Hi, I'm Sarah. We have already set our intentions and our prayers for this session, so enjoy and learn.
So those portions of the mound that are closest to the head will be the ones where the things are buried, be they people, objects, leaders, whoever.
Leaders or people.
Oh, yeah,
But actually, it was through the whole. Let me explain. The head was constructed first as there was construction going on the rest of it, and then it was gradually built up to the height it is now.
Okay.
The body was. But they did manage to finish the head first, even while some of these additional structures were going up.
Okay. That is not the way I was thinking of the construction.
Okay.
I was thinking of it being from head to tail.
You mean like head? Little bit, little bit, little bit. Oh.
But I wasn't thinking of in layers.
Layers. That's a good word, yes.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Who or what were the mound builders? And did they have influence from any place else?
Influence from their slightly reptilian ETs.
I'm talking about worldwide, not just in America. Because there's mounds all over the world.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much in the beginning, indigenous peoples, after the explosion of humanity's growth and they moved out and around, of course, there were tales, remembrances from wherever they started, and then as they moved out, and then more of them moved out farther, as you know. Many tales of ET assistance, primarily ET assistance, is what enabled them to then travel and influence each other. But mounds were built primarily by the earlier indigenous peoples who had after humanity had spread across the globe, actually all these things kind of, and not just because everything is now, but these things I'm going to tell you didn't happen like first humanity spread out across the world, and then they started building up their individual cultures and civilizations. And then they started remembering, oh, well, we used to do this and that. No, it was gradual, and then there was trade, and then there wasn't trade, and then there was here, and then...
Be careful, you're getting close to the camera.
Oops. Thank you for the warning.
Sure.
So it is true that many mounds were built by early Homo sapiens sapiens. But there are even older mounds built by earlier hominids, earlier humans particularly. Hominins, I should say, because that's when they started wanting to do more to recognize their leaders and their influencers, the ETs. Mostly that, and to reflect what they see in the heavens at night, even during the day, the sun, planets, clouds. I'm trying to generalize, but they did, as your linear time went on and there was evolution, they did get more culturally centered, and their mounds reflected that, except for the few places where trade was developing. But it was a gradual evolutionary process. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So did they migrate, so to speak, or the evolutionary process, or their design, building, whatever, cultural influence, whatever it is, did that progress from mounds into step pyramids and then into pyramids?
Not really. Pyramids were another influence of the later ET influences.
Does that include the step pyramids?
Yes.
So I take it the step pyramids were some of the first ones they attempted to construct.
As compared to the Egyptian pyramids,
Yes.
most definitely, yes.
Hi, Haisha.
It also had a lot to do with, when you think about it, step pyramids are more likely to be found in the more humid climates. Think about it. They didn't have enough stone, solid stone, to build anything smoother. They had to construct those pyramids out of the stones that they had, smaller stones and mud and dirt and even grass to help. Instead of mortar, grass would grow in the cracks and help to hold things together. And so steps were more practical. Step pyramids were more practical because they didn't have the materials to build them more solidly.
Okay.
It took the drier, sandier climates that over centuries solidified into rock large enough to be quarried and used in building structures. Portals are more or less, no, I should say mostly, natural phenomena.
Cool.
They are just taken advantage of by those who know how to spot them and utilize them. And yes, figure out a way to have some of them perform at will, shall we say.
Okay. Thank you.
But there are so many other portals on this planet. As I said, portals are natural occurrences that some have learned how to utilize. But there's most of them enlightened people might sense them. A few might even see them, but not know what to do with them. Just know that they're there.
So is Sedona a portal in Arizona?
There is a portal in Sedona. Portals aren't necessarily that large. They can be.
So if it's a small portal, Can a large object still go through it?
If the portal knows enough, senses enough, however do you want to put it, it's energy. If it expands enough, yes. Although generally speaking, it doesn't happen. People, your people, how do I say this? Human beings still primarily just sense the portals, and they don't try to go through them. A few, very few, have recognized a portal for what it is and have traveled through it, but they don't come back. As you know, the Sasquatch,
Right.
Yeti, whatever you want to call them,
I was going to ask about that.
they are aware of portals in their own earth and use those portals when they want to come to this earth just to explore, just for fun, just for whatever reason. They have their individual reasons, and then they know how to call it, and they go back. That's how they get one that they've come through. They use sound.
Right,
Frequencies, yes, but they produce the sound so that they can step back through.
Cool. So does that sound them yelling in the forest? There are reports of them yelling in the forest.
Sometimes it is, but more often than not, it's a quieter sound.
Oh, okay.
They don't want
To attract attention.
from human beings. And they want to keep their portal transport hush hush.
I look back through the notes we have on various visits.
Mm-hmm.
I did not find an answer for how do we reduce our ego's influence on our lives. Can we?
I thought that was answered.
Well, we were just talking about how to control it so we can meditate and things like that, not per se generally reduce its effect on our overall life.
Well, you don't want to reduce it too much. It has its purpose. Your individual egos, your strong egos, have their purpose. And if you wish to learn how to quiet it when you want it to be quiet and still, as she says, quiet and still and quiet, meditate. State your intentions, meditate, state your intentions over and over and over. It takes time. Takes time. Practice. It takes much practice. But you're both doing well, coming along on that regard, in that regard.
Okay. In my attempt to understand your reality better, I understand from previous visits that you all can tell what time it is on our world. Is there a certain set of frequencies that you view to tell you what time you're popping into?
Everything is now. We just look for frequencies and boom.
Okay.
Generally speaking.
There's that now thing again.
Yes. And we look for particularly, I look for Sarah's frequencies and know when she's ready. And then, oh, there's Bill too. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Another question. This is my last actual question.
Yes.
In your world, with everything is now, can you process all the available information now, or is some type of filter needed and used?
The filter is the intensity or importance of the information, how we feel about it. Our focus will switch and change.
In other words, what's important to you, what your passion is.
What my passion is at any given moment, in the now. And that's what my focus is on, in the now, any given moment. Am I confusing you?
No.
Good.
You're adding clarity.
Good.
Lots of it.
Good.
I
Keeping it on.
I might get a better understanding what's going on before I get there.
When you get here, understanding will be there, waiting for you.
Yay! Okay, that's my last question. There will be more questions the next time based on answers I don't have fully developed here.
Yes.
So, what do you have to say?
I have to say adieu.
Oh, lecture or anything today?
The usual. I enjoy saying this every opportunity I get. It is a reminder that you are loved. You are special. You are unique. You are vital. You are important. You are eternal. You are eternally loved. And you love eternally. Tell yourself that often. And remember to smile. It does make a difference in lifting your frequencies. Goodbye now. Till next time.